couple things he could do, right? He could throw his dad under the bus. He could demonize drama channels, say, blown out of proportion, drama bad. I mean, he could just like take the L completely. I don't know what he can do, man. Yeah, that's definitely one of the aspects he could go for, is like, all these people covering drama are bad and they're the real problem. You know, Pro Jirard did that in his response. To a lesser extent, other people have as well. Pro Jirad's the one that really sticks out in my mind, but there's been a couple others, and yeah, I think he could go that angle. He could be like, oh, why did Muda make a second video saying the situation got worse when it didn't really even get that much worse, and he was just milking the situation more? And they just want money. Look, there was a sponsorship in Carl Job's latest video on me. It's all for clout. I mean, he could go that angle. I don't think it would work very well, though. In his response, he'll probably have an aspect of that, though. Let's be honest. He'll probably have, like, a little jab here or there, a little implication that, like, well, the things got out of hand and I didn't have time to fix it because, of course, the drama cycle, guys. But I did actually fuck up, but, you know, you guys didn't make it any better. You know, you could do something like that. A great way for him to do that, well, great in his mind, I don't think it will turn out that well if he does go this approach, but he could like try to point out arguments or accusations that maybe like one person in the comment section made, or like a couple of videos made or whatever, and blow them out of proportion and use that as like an excuse of, well, nobody can really talk about this because look, this guy put me in a thumbnail next to a murderer. And, which actually did happen, which I think is a little nutto. Or like, oh, Dextero said it was a scam when it actually wasn't, or whatever. Like, he could go that route. Let me see if I can find that video. It's like 8 YouTuber fuck-ups or some shit. Or 8 YouTubers that need to be stopped. Yeah, 8 dangerously stupid YouTubers that need to stop. But it's like, Illuminati and Jirard are next to someone who, like, is a murderer. And I'm pretty sure he was already stopped. Like, the murderer, so it's like...
Vote Saxon07, or Stephen McCullough, is a toy reviewer and Doctor Who fan who would break a nearly year-long live streaming hiatus in December of 2022, broadcasting himself playing GTA Vice City on YouTube in a stream which he would title Violent Night.
What more could you want for Christmas?
Yeah, so he did like a fake pre-recorded live stream and he streamed it live while he carried out the murder, so that the live stream could be his alibi, and it like almost worked. But yeah, I mean, like putting him at the front of the thumbnail and then like next to like, you know, all these other people who, yeah, they fucked up on YouTube, but like really a murderer? I don't know. It just feels like dangerously stupid YouTubers that need to be stopped. Like, why is this guy... Like, number one, he's already stopped. I think he's either dead or in jail. And second, like, that isn't him being dangerously stupid. That's just him being dangerous and a murderer. I just think the title and the thumbnail, like, out of any video, Jirard could, like, look at this, because Jirard's in the video and he's in the thumbnail next to the murderer, and he could be like, this is the crazy shit they're making about me, putting me next to someone who murdered someone. And this is how much they're blowing it out of proportion before they even hear my full side. People just jump to conclusions, etc., etc. And this would be the example he gives. And if that does happen, I don't know, you can't really fully disagree with that on face value. You can disagree with like the overall sentiment, because I think he's cherry picking this video to try to apply it to everyone when it's just this video. But when applied to just this video, I mean, it is pretty much jumping the gun to put, and like over-exaggerating to put Jirard and even Illuminati, as shitty and confirmed shitty as she is, next to a fucking murderer, you know? Titles for the YouTube algorithm, thumbnails, just the biggest known scandals of the year. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, that if Jirard responds and he makes that argument with this video, how can you really defend it with how it's titled and thumbnailed? Like, he's right. He doesn't deserve to be next, or it doesn't make, it isn't equal. You know, the crimes that both of them did isn't equal. That might be how he responds. I think he might have to throw his dad under the bus. Like, it's either that or he just quits YouTube completely and doesn't respond at all. Or he responds, says he fucked up, and then leaves YouTube forever. I don't think he, like, continues doing YouTube without attempting to save his reputation, at least to some degree, by throwing his dad or another one of his family members who's involved in open hand under the bus, and maybe demonize drama channels in the process, like a bit of sprinkle of that. It really depends. Like, what if Jirard's dad really is like the mastermind behind all of this and Jirard was just being stupid and trusting his dad at every turn? That could be like a good response. Like, that won't win a lot of people over, but could win some people over, is if Jirard says like, I can't believe my dad would do this type of stuff. I trusted him wholeheartedly. He's my father. And it's like him just being emotional over trusting his dad and his dad betraying him. And then that is how he exonerates himself. Maybe. But that would be crazy if he ends up being just as involved as him. Maybe that could be the case. Like, maybe his dad actually did. But I find it hard to believe that, like, Jirard had no control over fixing this situation. Even if it started with his dad, with the golfing stuff years and years ago, when he only got involved in this weird charity scammy thing with his dad later down the line. Like in 2020, he was aware of the sketchiness and he still ran Indieland 2023, right? Like, after learning about the sketchiness, he still asked for donations from people or whatever. So I think he'll definitely have to take the L on that. This is my prediction for the response. All right, it could be spot on, dude. It could be spot on, so I have to say it for the record here. And I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen. I'm just saying that I think this is the most likely to happen, and this is what I picture it being. It's going to be throwing his dad under the bus, saying that he trusted his dad, he got blindsided and hurt and stuff, but he continued anyway because he figured there could be a way to fix it before all this drama came out. Then all the drama channels ruined it and started talking about and getting into it when I was in the process of fixing it. And now it just hurts even more, and I have to, like, I can't believe my dad betrayed me like this. And yeah, I fucked up by asking you for donations on Indieland 2023. After finding out about the situation, I shouldn't have continued asking for donations through Indieland for Open Found, and that's my bad, and please forgive me for that. But everything else, it's not my fault, and I was trying to do my best, and then the drama channels came out before I could fix anything and ruined it all. That's gonna be his response. And if he does do that response, people will criticize it to hell and back, and I'll probably criticize it too. But, like, what else? I mean, there's probably other ways he could respond, but I think that's the most likely of happening. That combination of things. It could be like that some of those things happen or some things do happen, but I don't know. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think he's gonna blame his dad, apologize for Indieland 2023, and then say drama channels made it so he couldn't fix the situation in the way he wanted to because they expedited everything. I mean, maybe his response, but I don't know. Apparently this is getting legal as well. Well, it is getting legal. We know this, right? Because these paperwork filings, they, like, if you file certain things in error, like, that's actually like a crime, right? Like, you can't do that. So that's what I guess the video would be if he didn't have any legal obligations, but he might have some legal obligations to not say certain things, which could heavily change the response. But assuming he isn't bound by any legalities, I think, or that those legalities he's bound to doesn't affect his speech that much for my proposed, hypothetical response that I'll make, I think it will end up going the way I said, for sure. Or not for sure, but like a good chance. Or something along those lines.